Hey, it's time to read a story. What story are we going to read tonight?
The history of TV dinners.
Okay, are you ready, Becca?
Hey, it's time to read a story. What story are we going to read tonight?
The history of TV dinners.
Okay, are we ready?
Ready.
One of our favorite books, The History of TV Dinners. A year before the first McDonald's franchise restaurant opened in 1955, there was another pop culture milestone, the first frozen TV dinner. It began as a solution to that all-American holiday problem, what to do with leftover turkey. But executives at a company named C.A. Swanson & Son weren't talking about just the remainder of the family meal. They were talking about 260 tons. That's 520,000 pounds of poultry. The Omaha, Nebraska Frozen Food Company had overestimated the demand for and undersold its 1953 Thanksgiving supply, having insufficient warehouse facilities to store the overage. Brothers Gilbert and Clark Swanson loaded the turkeys into 10 refrigerated railroad cars. However, the railroad cars had to keep moving to stay cold. So as the turkeys traveled from Nebraska to the East Coast and back again, the Swanson brothers handed their staff a challenge. Make good of this foul situation. Enter Jerry Thomas, a company salesman. Visiting the food kitchens of Pan American Airways in Pittsburgh, he caught sight of the single-compartment aluminum trays that the cooks used to keep food hot. Thomas requested a sample and spent his flight home designing a similar 3-compartment tray. He decided his design might be just what Swanson needed to sell off that turkey. Back in Omaha, Thomas presented a turkey dinner to the Swanson brothers on a prototype of this new tray. Then he suggested tying the dinners to the nation's latest craze, television. The packaging for the dinner was even designed to resemble a console television, complete with volume control knobs. Thomas, who would later be inducted into the Frozen Food Hall of Fame, would later say that he came up with the name because television sets were the new thing in American living rooms. Many Americans assumed TV dinners were to be eaten in front of the TV, so as families gathered around their 8-inch black and white Philcos to watch You Bet Your Life and the Bob Hope Show, they ate from those familiar trays. A whole new era of dining culture began. No longer was the kitchen or the dining room the only place where food was served in the home. The Swansons, a bit skeptical about the newfangled idea, ordered a first run of only 5,000 meals. But then they quickly learned they had greatly underestimated the demand. Americans loved those pre-prepared turkey meals almost as much as they loved Lucy. Although sales got off to a slow start, Swanson ended up selling more than 10 million of the dinners the first year they were in production. The first turkey TV dinner sold for 98 cents and included sliced turkey, cornbread dressing, and gravy, sweet potatoes, and buttered peas. But after a year, the turkey dinner was changed to white bread stuffing and white mashed potatoes. Cranberry sauce and a 4th compartment to hold it were added to the tray in 1960. Much was changed since the first TV dinner was marketed. For instance, more entrees, such as fried chicken, Salisbury steak, and meatloaf were introduced. Pot roast and fish soon became entrees as well. Competitors such as Banquet also began offering a line of TV dinners. The TV dinner continued to evolve over the years. In 1960, as TV viewers enjoyed the homegrown stories of The Andy Griffith Show, Swanson sweetened their meals by adding desserts such as apple cobbler and brownies. Swanson stopped calling these frozen meals TV dinners in 1962. The name, however, has stuck, and in an attempt to expand frozen meals beyond just dinner time, the first TV breakfasts were marketed in 1969. Ooh, pancakes and sausage were the favorite. The first Swanson Hungry Man dinners were marketed in 1973 with Mean Joe Green of the Pittsburgh Steelers as a spokesman. To cash in on Americans' increasing reliance on microwave ovens, the Campbell Soup Company, owned by Swanson, canceled the aluminum trays and replaced them with a microwavable plastic crystallized polyurethane trays in 1986. Cooking times became faster than a game show lightning round. Although technology moved on, the original aluminum tray was not forgotten. Also, in 1986, the aluminum tray took its place in the Smithsonian Institution, immortalized right next to Fonzie's jacket and the two most appropriate symbols of television's happy days. Hollywood followed suit in 1997 when an aluminum tray, along with the handprints of Swanson salesman Jerry Thomas, were placed in the cement outside the Mann's Chinese Theater, alongside the marks of other TV legends. In 1999, Hollywood produced a commemorative sequel, giving the tray its own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The concept of a convenient frozen meal had become ingrained in American culture, and shoppers can find just about any type of cuisine in frozen form. There's 24-hour programming in the form of frozen food for any meal or occasion, from breakfast to late-night snacks. For 66% of families, the act of eating in front of the TV screen has been syndicated and is rerun nightly. And turkey is still the most popular Swanson TV dinner.
What are we going to do now?
Eat dinner.
You want to eat dinner? What are we going to have for dinner?
TV dinners.
What?
TV dinners.
That sounds great.